What should my financial goals be to purchase a $1.75 million home? I currently rent on the west side of Los Angeles and love it. The only thing that would be nice is having more space. The reasonable homes in my area go for $1.50 to $2 million. Generally, how much of a down payment would I need saved to afford a home in this range? And how much annual income would I need to stay on top of a mortgage, property taxes, etc.? Trying to decide whether this is a goal worth pursuing attainable or if I should just move if I really want a house. I currently make $100,000 annually and pay $2,545 in rent, so I'm not saving much after bills and student loan repayments. General consensus seems to be that a $400,000–$500,000 down payment would be needed, $700,000 salary to afford the home and upkeep. Not at all a goal that is realistic for me now or in the future, but this was super educational. Thanks all. Not to be blunt, but your current income is pretty far from being able to afford a house like that. For a $2 million house, just your property tax would be roughly $25,000. I live in West LA and bought a house here last year. You are not going to get guidance on this sub. Our market and cost of living is unfathomable to the people on this sub. For a decent 2-bedroom house in the area, you're looking at $1.62 million. You're going to want to find a very good mortgage broker who can help you decide on the best way to qualify for a jumbo loan. Your down payment amount will be related to your income in terms of being able to qualify. Hopefully you're married and have 2 incomes. Combined income should be in the $300,000 range. You gotta be fearless and just take the plunge. And find a good broker. Your first goal needs to be to make 5x as much and save $400,000. By the time you do this, the 1.7 meters house you've been looking at will be 2.8 meters. So you'll need to make $600,000 and save $600,000 DP. By the time you do this, your goals should be marry rich, have generational wealth, or more likely marry a high earner too. But really, good rule of thumb is to keep housing costs at 1/3 of your income. So with current rates for a $1 millimeter mortgage, let's all in with principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and an optimistic maintenance budget. On the low end you need $7,000 a month. You put 20 down, $200,000, and need to make at least $250,000 a year if you want to maintain a balanced lifestyle. Assuming you don't have $400,000 20 to put down in cash for a down payment, you are looking at a $100,000 down payment, 5 minimum, and a minimum $14,000 monthly mortgage payment, with estimated taxes included. This is only the mortgage and doesn't include insurance, housing costs such as utilities and other missed costs for repair that will crop up in the first couple years. I used your maximum price range of $2 million and current mortgage rates as of today, assuming you have excellent credit of 780. I can't believe no one else has pointed this out. But most people do not buy their first home at $1.75 million. They start small and climb the property ladder over time. So to start, look for condos in Inglewood and other areas further south. Plan to live there for a few years. Use the equity as the down payment for your next home. Then do it again. Most people do not start by buying their forever home. And ignore the people telling you to leave LA. True Angelenos aren't quitters. Make $450,000 a year and save up a $300,000 down payment. Mortgage should be no more than 3x your income. Here's a straight answer, since nobody is giving you one. Assuming current interest rates, you should have a minimum pre-tax income of $450,000 and a $350,000 down payment to afford at $1.75 million house. Did I just see 100K income and talking about 1.5 mil home? Lol. Ask this again when you're making at least 500K. We can't help you here. Short answer: your goals should be to move to a more affordable part of the country with your income. Are you serious? Is this a joke? Just remember, by the time you finish saving up for $1.75 meters home, that home will be $2.5 million. You need to make at least $500,000, probably $700,000 to pull this off. You'll need 15-20 down on a jumbo loan and likely another income. Assuming fantastic credit and a 7-8 interest rate, still you probably need to be earning about $400,000 combined. Also, if this is a long-term goal, you probably need to inflate some numbers because things will go up with time. Kind of like how a lot were thinking $70, $100,000 a year was a livable wage 15 years ago, but now it's closer to $120,000, $150,000. If rates fall to the 5 range, you could probably get approved on a salary household income of around $300,000 a year. This reminds of Louis C.K. show. When he goes to accountant when he wants to buy a home. $400,000 cash for 20 down plus fees. $500,000 stable income. Easy peasy. You're so naive it's almost painful. You will never be able to obtain this with your current income. You need to make 10 times what you make. Looking at your post history, trying to find a nice spa retreat and a new gaming PC, I am going to guess you are never going to save for this. I make quite a bit more than you, and I would barely be able to afford a $1 million house with 25 down. You need to save up $400,000, $500K down payment and have a household income in the mid $300K range. This guy is delusional, capital D. Look in the valley, bro. With that rent and that price target, just the cost of real estate taxes will tell you that you are way better off just renting. Step 1: move somewhere cheaper. 1.75 million would buy about 5 houses or more in most places. $700K for mortgage and upkeep? That's a total joke. Our place $1 million on a good day and income is combined $300K. Put 5 down. Live within means. Purchase my 1.745M in August 2022. 4.3 interest rate on a 30-year. Our gross household income from all sources is about $450,000. Mortgage $6,900. Insurance $167. Taxes $1,667. Roughly $8,750 per month in NJ. To answer part of your question, your down payment would need to be $1.5 million to $2 million with your current income to buy a house in the same price range. And that will be tight given how high property taxes are in CA. You would still be house poor without increasing your income. I would guess you would need to make minimum $500,000 if you were doing 20 down to buy $1.5 million. Maybe $650,000 to buy $2 million with 20. The more you put down, the less you have to make. If you don't plan on significantly increasing your income, it is probably time to reconsider where you live. You're really far from that. I had a $900K house when I was making $100K and rates were 3.5. And I was stretching it by renting out all the other bedrooms to my friends. Now rates are 8, so you can forget about it. Most likely you will need minimum $400K household income to afford that type of house. Or at least be comfortable in throwing in about $15K mo in mortgage, insurance, taxes, and maintenance. Find a spouse that makes $600,000, $1 million a year?